At the start of the San Marino Grand Prix, there was an incident. On lap 7, the race resumed, and it was a battle between Senna and Schumacher. And as Senna entered the Tamburello corner at about 191 miles an hour, the car just carried straight on and hit the concrete barrier at about 145 miles an hour. Within 2 minutes of the crash, Professor Sid Watkins, who headed the medical team for the FIA, was there on the scene, and Senna was extracted from the vehicle. At 18:40, the head of the emergency department at the hospital announced the death of Ayrton Senna. But his actual time of death under Italian law was at 14:17, which was the moment he impacted the wall. Professor Sid Watkins later said that when he saw how dilated his pupils were, he knew his brain was not functioning and he would not survive.
First met him in Formula 3 back in 1983, a God-given talent, and he knew where the grip was better than any other driver I've raced against. There's no doubt about it. He had something very special.
First and foremost, a really nice guy. Massive charisma, really team player, and a good leader. To us, he was always known as Harry Flatters, and it was just like the joke.
He cared for other drivers. You know, when a car crashed on the side of the track, he was the first one to get out of his car and run back, tried to help. By the same token, he was a driver who would run you off the road at the first opportunity. And I had a few of those with him in Formula 3, and I can remember pretty much everything about it. Of course, I was driving for McLaren, the car that Ayrton stepped out of to go to Williams. Remember dodging around the pieces, saw a Williams in the wall after the restart, and Ayrton had the crash. There was one final movement as his soul left his body.
And I went in, and what was the junior engineer then, Mark Slade, was leaning against the lister, and he always used to hold his clipboard like that. I went in as what's up with you? It's Senna, he's dead. Don't be stupid, it'll be fine. Knowing what happened the day before, it's just not going to happen again. Get the drivers to the motorhome, turn the TVs off. I
noticed the televisions were all being switched off as I walked through the McLaren garage.
I remember walking out the front of the garage and just seeing the helicopter go, and well, that's that.
Imola 94 saw the loss of the Austrian driver Roland Ratzenberger during qualifying. And on the Friday, we saw a huge accident for the Brazilian driver Rubens Barrichello. Post the death of Ayrton, many new changes were made to track design and corners, to crash barriers, to catch fencing, and also that car design, particularly around the cockpit area. In the event of an accident again, screens would be deployed so people wouldn't see the distressing images they did in '94.
And it did affect us, anyone was here. And then the rule changes that came from it. It's in a way his legacy.
And I think that legend will grow through the decades. We certainly knew we were in the presence of a very special racing driver.
On the 1st of May 1994, Formula One lost one of its greats at the age of 34, Ayrton Senna da Silva.